Removing resistance at the point of sale. There are three kinds of resistance. If you understand which resistance you are facing at the time, you will have the tools to eliminate or reduce the resistance, or at least know where to go with it. Type of resistance number one is called a simple request for additional information. It happens at the end of your presentation and the customer has a question. It's not a big deal. I won't even spend much time on it because I don't want to insult you. For example, if you were to finish your site inspection and you say, well, that concludes, Kim, our site inspection. How'd you like the hotel? And Kim turns to me and says, you know, Steve, I really didn't get a chance to see the suites. You know, we do have some hospitality in the evenings, and you didn't mention anything about the suites. Shoot, I'm sorry. For all our conversation, for all my homework and research, for all the information that we just shared with each other, it didn't come up that you have suites in the evening for hospitality. No big deal. It's certainly not a deal killer. And so what you would say is, gee, Kim, I'm sorry, I did not realize that suites were important to you. Let's go over to the front desk, let me see which suites are available, and let's go upstairs and take a look at the suites. This is removing resistance at the point of sale. It's a simple request for additional information. It's something that wasn't discovered when you were doing your research on the account. It just didn't come up. He didn't mention it. You didn't know it was a deal. No big deal. But you would be shocked. We get this particularly on the telephone, the test calls that we do. You'd be shocked, and I'll exaggerate to make the point. So, Kim, how'd you like the hotel? Now that we've completed the site inspection, we're in the lobby of our hotel. How'd you like the hotel? Well, Steve, it was great, but I didn't get a chance to see the suites. Oh, I didn't realize suites were important to you. Yes, suites are very important to us. Sorry, you can't see the suites. Well, we laugh at that example, but how many times do we do test calls where we say, you know, if there are charges for parking, be sure and include it in the proposal. Do you have high-speed internet access in the meeting rooms? If so, please if there's a cost, please include it in the proposal. If it's free, please include it in the proposal. And then the proposal arrives, and there's no mention of parking, and there's no mention of high-speed internet access. That's denying a simple request for additional information. You mean I'm going to have to now pick up the phone and say, hey, Jennifer, I thought we talked about high-speed internet access. I thought we talked about parking. You know what? They're not calling you back because they've got two other proposals from two other hotels. They did include it in the proposal. You're out. Even though you might have been the best hotel, you did not respond to their request for additional information. It's unlikely they're going to call you back. Why? Because you failed to include a detail that was important to them. And what's the decision-making process always based on? The details. If they feel comfortable that you can handle the details, you're probably going to get the piece of business. If they do not feel comfortable that you can handle the details, they got other hotels they can go to that